What's going on, Liberty North, and welcome to the Crosstown Cup Special. I'm Jordan Vega.
And I'm Peyton Price. We're going to get you guys hyped and ready for the Liberty versus Liberty North basketball games this Friday. So let's get started.
We have a big day coming up here later in the week for both the girls and boys basketball team.
Yeah, this Friday we have huge games going on as we have Liberty versus Liberty North this year, finally in our own field house, though.
That's right. And the Liberty North versus Liberty girls varsity game will be to start the night at 6:30. And Peyton, they haven't played each other in over 3 years.
Yeah, they haven't played since 2013. Liberty took that one 45-27. But this year, both teams are riding some good momentum, so this is going to be an interesting matchup this year.
Absolutely. And we were able to catch up with girls from both teams to see how they're preparing for Friday night.
Good. How are you?
Awesome. You guys are going against Liberty North on Friday in the doubleheader with the boys and girls teams. How do you guys feel going into Friday night?
I feel excited, mostly because most people see them as our rival, and I just think it would be a fun game. So.
Yeah, pretty much same. I just think it'll be a fun face.
Jordan Vega here with North Nation Sports, here with freshman and varsity player Jamie Jackson. How you doing?
Good.
All right, we have the Liberty game this Friday. You guys are the first game at 5 o'clock on Friday night. You guys have played Liberty in 3 years. How's that going to be for you guys?
It's going to be different. We don't know many of their players because we haven't seen them in so long. So we're just going to have to watch some film and see how they're playing.
Jordan, I can't wait for Friday night. It's going to be fun. It always is. I know I'm going to be there, and you're going to be there covering it.
That's right. I'll be there live for the girls' games, and I'm expecting a great game from both teams, and so do their coaches.
Yeah, we talked with our very own Jess Cook and Liberty's coach Simpson earlier this week on their take on Friday night.
You haven't played them in almost over 3 years where you guys won 45-27. It's been a long time. How do you think you feel going into it, and do you expect a similar result?
I think it's going to be a great atmosphere because it's the first time that we finally got to play each other in conference. We played in a tournament, obviously 3 years ago, but it's going to be a boy-girl doubleheader, which is big. We know that the Liberty North rivalry is starting to take off. We can't really call ours a rivalry because we've played one time, since I've been here. So we're really looking forward to it. They're very well coached. They do a great job, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
How excited are you guys to play Liberty on Friday?
Yeah, we're super pumped. I think it's been on everybody's mind the whole year. It's kind of been building. That anticipation has been building, and we know that we can match up with them. Obviously, Liberty's a really good team. Historically, they've been a really good team. So the girls are excited for the challenge, and they've been preparing themselves for it this whole year. So, as coaches, we're excited to see them go out and perform.
The varsity guys take over the field house at 8, and North will be lit. The field house will be rocking. And Liberty's coming in with something to prove after losing the past 2 matchups against North. Last year, Liberty only lost by 1 in their own field house, but this year, Jordan, it's in our field house.
That's right, and I don't think North plans on letting Liberty come into their house and win. Here's more with varsity junior James Perry, and now North plans to defend their field house. So Jordan Vega with North Nation Sports here with James Perry. You're a really great player with Liberty North. You play Liberty this Friday. You guys played them last year, won by 1 point. Really close game. How do you feel going into Friday?
We feel pretty good. Liberty's been playing well this year. We've been kind of up and down, but we know we still have Coach McCabe as our head coach. He's arguably the best coach in the state. We always feel confident going into a game with him in our core. We have really a lot of talented guys. Robbie Hansen's really stepped up this year. If we can have a few role players step up big in spots, we feel really confident going in.
Payne, Liberty losing last year by only 1 point. I want to see how they get the revenge.
Yeah, Liberty definitely wants to take this one home this year. Here's Jalen Lewis on how he plans to take this one for the Blue Jays.
And overall, the Liberty North-Liberty rivalry is heating up, especially with basketball. How do you feel being a part of that?
It's very good, and everybody in Liberty comes out and supports. North obviously has their student section too, who comes out and supports. So the fan base is just crazy, and it's just a fun atmosphere.
Awesome. It's Jalen Lewis here at LHS. Be there Friday night, 7 o'clock for the
Jordan, Jalen Lewis is a beast.
That's
He's
right.
only 12 points away from 1,000 career points, and he's only a junior.
Yeah, he's definitely the top priority for North to stop on Friday night. Here's more with Coach McCabe in a press conference earlier this week and how he plans to contain Lewis.
How do you plan on defending Liberty's point guard Jalen Lewis on Friday night?
Well, I mean, Jalen's terrific. I mean, he's as good a player as there is in Kansas City. We have a plan for how we're going to defend him. Whether or not we can do it, I don't know. So, like, when you see a player as good as Jalen, you got to decide. You got to decide what you want to do with him because you aren't going to stop him. But what you can do with him is try to slow him down, disrupt him a little bit.
Man, North sounds like they got a plan for Liberty.
Yeah, but you know Coach Sturtz over at Liberty isn't going to go away quietly. Here's what he had to say about Friday night.
Here with Coach Sturtz of men's basketball here in Liberty. Coach, the previous two meetings were in district play. We know the loser went home. This is a regular season game. Does that change how you attack this?
It changes a little bit because, you know, after Friday night you've got another game. Whereas in district play or playoffs at any point in time, if you lose, you go home. And so, it's a little bit different, in that regard. But it'll still have the same atmosphere and feeling.
Jordan, speaking of Coach Sturtz and Coach McCabe, I don't think a lot of people know, Coach McCabe actually used to be an assistant over Sturtz at Liberty. So that's definitely going to make for an interesting matchup on Friday night.
Yeah, it's definitely super crazy with the crossover rivalry. It involves two former colleagues.
Yeah, honestly, that makes this matchup that much more interesting. Let's see how both these coaches feel about facing each other.
Since you've had experience coaching with Coach Sturtz for years, how does it feel coaching your team against him for once?
Yeah, so I hate it. I really don't like coaching against him, playing against him. So I don't have any opportunity that I have here if not for Coach. So the way he took care of me, the friendship that we have, there's nothing that I can accomplish here at Liberty North without this love and support that Coach gave me.
And McCabe used to coach under you at Liberty. What's it been like to see him succeed at North?
Well, I'm proud of him. We had some great years here together. We had a good time, and coached a lot of good players and won a lot of games. And it was difficult that we lost both he and Coach Price off our staff, but still keep in touch. And in fact, Coach Price coaches our youngest son on his team, so we see him a lot. And happy for them. They're good people, and having the caliber of basketball that we have in our community is good for everyone.
Thank you so much. Back to the studio.
Friday night's games will be the Coaches versus Cancers games. This will kick off at 5:30 for the Chick-fil-A dinner. It will be a $5 meal deal, which will include the nuggets.
I love some nuggets, Peyton.
Yeah, those nuggets are good. And then along with that, there will be donations throughout the night, and all the money raised from the Chick-fil-A dinner and the donations will go to cancer research.
Definitely a great game, a great cause, along with some great games. The girls' game is going to kick off the night, and I think they're going to do well, especially, because Liberty, they haven't been as great as they were, but, our Liberty girls are coming up, so it's definitely a toss-up, a lot of talent to throw around. And then for the guys' game later on in the night, that's definitely going to be great with Jalen Lewis leading Liberty. And obviously we got our guys on Liberty North side lighting up the field house.
Yeah, definitely. The girls' game is definitely interesting to watch this year. Liberty's team has been a state superpower, but this year it looks like they took a step back, and our girls are riding some momentum into this game.
That's
so
right.
I think that game is definitely going to be a toss-up and fun to watch. So be sure to get there for that game. And then the guys' game at 8. We're used to having a big presence down low, Brinkley Jolly and Michael Hughes, but this year we're forced to shoot more with the guards.
That's right.
So I think it's definitely going to come down to three-point shooting. Liberty can shoot, even though in recent years they haven't shot well against North, but Jalen Lewis is going to be lighting up the three ball, so we need to as well, and that's going to be the keys to that game as well. The gates will open at 4:30, so student section be able to get in here early, be loud, wear North colors. The theme for the game will be the game day theme, so be sure to bring your game day signs. That is all we have for this month. I'm Peyton Price.
And I'm Jordan Vega for North Nation Sports.
Shot.